And we're live. Today's daily reading, I want to read to you from the book by Claude Bristol. Claude M. Bristol. It was written in 1948. It's called The Magic of Believing, the Immortal Program to Unlocking the Success Power of Your Mind. I'm going through this book. It's the gem of a book. But there's one chapter in there that's really powerful. It's called the Mirror Technique for Releasing the Subconscious. And I want to read to you from it. It's chapter 5 in the book, From Magic Believing by Claude Bristol. I want to tell you about something called the mirror technique. It is a method of great power. Stand in front of a mirror. It need not be a full-length mirror. It should be a sufficient size so that you may at least see your body from the waist up. Those of you who have been in the army know what it means to come into attention. Stand fully erect with your heels together, put in your stomach. Keep your chest and head up. Now breathe deeply 3 or 4 times until you feel a sense of power, strength, and determination. Next, look into the very depths of your eyes. Tell yourself that you're going to get what you want. Name it out loud so you can see your lips move and you can hear the words uttered. Make a regular ritual of it. Practice doing it at least twice a day, mornings and evenings, and you'll be surprised at the results. You can augment this by taping notes on the face of the mirror with any slogans or keywords you wish, so long as they are the key to what you really have previously visualized and wanted to see in your reality. Within a few days, you will have developed a sense of confidence that you never realized you could build within yourself. If you're planning to call on an exceptionally tough prospect or proposing an interview, or the boss whom you have previously feared, use the mirror technique and keep it up all until they are convinced that you can make the proper presentation without any repetition. If you're called upon to make a speech, by all means practice in the mirror. Give test drills. Pound first on, pound your first on the palm of your other hand to drive home the arguments. Use any other gestures that come naturally to you. As you stand before the mirror, keep telling yourself that you're going to be an outstanding success and that nothing in this world can stop you. Does this sound silly? Don't forget that every idea presented to the subconscious mind is going to be produced in an exact counterpart in objective life. And the quicker your subconscious gets the idea, the sooner your wish will become a pure power. Certainly, it's not going to do good business for you to tell anyone of these devices you employ because you might be ridiculed by scoffers and your confidence shaken, especially if you're just beginning to learn the science. If you're an executive or sales manager and you want to put more push into your entire organization, teach your employees the mirror technique and see that they use it just as many organizations now do. Much has been written about the power of the eyes. The eyes are said to be the windows of the soul. They reveal your thoughts. They express to you far more than you imagine. They permit others to get your number, as the saying goes. However, you'll find that once you start this mirror practice, your eyes will take on a power that never realized you could develop, something that writers have referred to as dynamic and fascinating power. This power will give you the penetrating gaze that causes others to think you're looking into their very souls. Sooner or later, there will come an intensity that will mistake the intensity of your thought, which people will begin to recognize. It will be recalled what that Emerson wrote that every man carries in his eye the exact indication of his rank. Remember that your own gradation or position in life is marked by what you carry in your eyes. So develop eyes that bespeak confidence. The mirror will help you. This mirror technique may be used in many different ways and with very gratifying results. If you have a poor posture or slow in your walk, you'll find the practice before a full length mirror will work wonders for you. Your mirror shows that you're the one person who said when they look at you, you can fashion yourself into any kind of person you like to be. It is said that if you act the part, you'll become the part. And here again, there is no better way than rehearsing or acting before the mirror. Vanity has no part in the silence. Consequently, don't use the mirror in a superstitious manner, but use it to build yourself into the person you wish to be. Surely, if some of the world's most outstanding men and women use this mirror technique to build themselves and increase their influence over all other people, you can use it for your own special requirements. Much has been written about intuition, hunches, and the like. Some psychologists claim that ideas which come to us intuitively are not something out of the blue, but come as a result of our accumulated knowledge or because of something we may have seen and heard earlier times. This may be true to some extent with chemists, inventors, and others work by, who work by the trial and error method of using their knowledge and results of previous challenges. For our previous experiments, it is the writers. It is the writer's belief that by the farthest greatest number of discoveries, illuminations, and inspired works comes from the subconscious mind. Without previous knowledge having been planted in the mind, every custom we follow, everything we utilize was first an idea in someone's mind, and those ideas came first in the way of hunches and then intuitive flashes, or call them what you will. So it is wise to heed your intuitions and to trust them to the end. You may have a hunch to call on a telephone a certain man. He may be the head of the some concern and in the position to be helping a great job. However, because the position you may fear to make the move and you struggle with your hunch on one hand and you fear your other. Fear too often wins. The next time fear and doubt enter the mind, ask yourself these questions. What have I got to lose if I do see them and are called them? What harm can I do? Your fears and doubts cannot answer that question. So obey your hunch without denying. The writer takes it for granted that none of his readers will assume that his book is an open sesame for riches to him overnight. It is intended only as a key to unlock the door that opens on the roadway that will be led, to the goal of your desire. Certainly, it wouldn't be wise to rush into an undertaking far beyond your capabilities and your development. You must have a plan of action before any program is undertaken. You wouldn't go to the corner drugstore and ask just for drugs. You would be specific and name the drugs desired. And so it is the science. You must have a plan of action, and you got to know what you want and be specific about it. You have definitely determined what you want and have a fixed goal for yourself. And then, considering yourself extremely unfortunate, we have taken the first key that will lead to success. As long as you hold on to the mental picture of your idea and begin to develop it with action, nothing can stop you from succeeding. For the subconscious mind never fails to obey any order given to it in clear and empathetic. That's the chapter on the releasing, on the mirror technique, releasing your subconscious mind by Claude Bristol, the author of the great book Magic of Believing that was written in 1948. That is a great personal development book I recommend reading. Jim Rohn, my mentor, highly recommended having that book in your library.